And this is the global forecast for May 2024, brought to you by the wonderful people at AskTheAnswer.com, the UK's leading website for tarot readers, psychics, mystics and channelers. Now, I said last month April was going to be the most bonkers month of the year. It was. It still is, because I'm recording this on April the 30th. May is not going to be a quiet, calm month, but it's going to be a hell of a lot easier than April for most, if not all of us. There's a few exceptions, the people whom Saturn is hitting, but that's normal for astrology. So what's happening? Well, Pluto is now going retrograde. Pluto is, well, he'll be going retrograde in a couple of days' time. In fact, I think he starts going retrograde tomorrow, 1st of May, 2nd of May. So that in itself, on its own, doesn't mean anything, but it does suggest that early Aquarians, Leos, Scorpios and Taurians are going to find that the intensity of the outside world in the last few months is going to change. The intensity is going to stick around, but the area of operation is going to change. It's no longer going to be external, it's going to become more internal. Neptune's getting ready to go retrograde at the end of June. Uranus is now moving forward at an accelerated rate. Saturn is also still moving forward in mid-Pisces, slowing down, but still happily moving forward. Jupiter is leaving Uranus behind in its wake. Jupiter kind of used Uranus as a springboard, and now it's moving forward into the end of Taurus, and Jupiter will leave Taurus for the last time in 11 years at the end of May, and it will move into Gemini, which means that there's going to be a lot more emphasis on communication, networking and mobility as we get into the early part of June. Venus starts the month at the beginning of Taurus, ends the month in Gemini. Mercury and Mars are both in Aries, and this is the joker in the pack. Mars is in Aries the whole month. Mars moved into Aries on the 30th of April. And normally when I talk about Mars moving into Aries, it's like, okay, headstrong time, headbanger time. This is a time where all the chickens are going to fly the coop and just go around clucking like a mad one. But this time it's different. Over the coming 6 weeks that Mars is in Aries, doesn't affect Neptune, doesn't affect Saturn, doesn't affect Uranus. It makes some nice aspects with Jupiter and Pluto, and particularly the end of May is seeming a quite fortunate time for a few people born at the start of Aries, Aquarius and Gemini. But there's no conflict with Mars. So Mars is kind of a free radical, a wild agent in Aries where it loves being. So there's going to be, for most people, odd moments this month where there's going to be sudden rushes of blood to the head, headstrong and impulsive actions, and stupid things said or done which, with the benefit of hindsight, would never have happened. And with Mercury also in Aries for the first couple of weeks of the month, it's more likely to happen before the 15th than in the second half. The new moon on the 8th of May, pretty strongly sextiling Saturn and loosely conjunct Uranus, is suggesting that it's a good time for financial and business opportunities. And the full moon on the 23rd of this month, loosely conjunct Jupiter and strongly conjunct Venus, is also suggesting that financial... I've said to a lot of people in the daily forecasts that May is a month not so much for rushing full speed ahead into new businesses and investing lots of money, but it's a great month for planting business and financial seeds. And I do suspect that in the long run, we're going to look back and go, yeah, this new enterprise, this new business plan, this new economic structure, the roots of it came from May 24. So this isn't as bad, crazy a month as last month. If the world were my client and it was with one person, I'd be saying, look, as far as May 24 goes, lick your wounds, heal yourself, and then move forward, but in a gradual, steady and consistent way. Catch you next month.